Okay, lovely people, I'm going to share with you a bit of a ghost story after our trip to the caves yesterday, and watching a few other videos of people that have shared various experiences. I wanted to share with you something that happened to us not long after we moved into, well, no, actually, I'm trying to think now, it was probably 4 years after we moved in, something like that. Anyway, let me show you. So, one day when Brendan was about 6, Kenzie was 2, a remote control, not too unlike that one, but a bit longer, went missing. Now, when you've got 2 kids, things go missing. So, you know, we're not that worried. We checked all the usual places. We didn't have the conservatory at that point. So where this is, there was toy boxes. So we went through all the toy boxes. There was a little table here. It had a doll's house on. We went through that. We went through the sofa. It was a different sofa at the time. Took all the cushions off. Looked under the sofa. This bookcase was here, but it didn't have these boxes in. It was all books. So went through all the books. Went through this cupboard, which is all DVDs. We went under the cupboard. We went through this cupboard, all DVDs and gaming stuff. We went through the basket where we keep them. All the places that you would think children might shove a remote control. Now, Brendan had got cross with Lee a few weeks previous and had hidden his wallet in the doll's house that was on the kids' table over there. So I started looking in obscure places, like the sleeves of coats, bearing in mind he's only about this tall. So the sleeves of coats, I was shaking them out like this, going through coats. I was going through coat pockets, thinking if he's cross with us, he might have hidden the remote control. Nothing. So a few weeks later, we'd given up for this remote control. A few weeks later, and it's a rainy day outside. Oops, a daisy. Oops, a daisy. It's a rainy day outside, and I decided to get Brendan's welly boots out. Okay, so here's an example. He was probably a few sizes bigger than that. So you can see they're not very big welly boots. But imagine, what are these? These are about a size. Let me tell you what these, oh, I don't know, I can't say. I mean, you know, they're toddler wellies. And he was probably a couple of years older than a toddler, you know, well, a couple of sizes bigger than those wellies. Not very big. This will become apparent to you as to why I'm telling you how big they are. Bear in mind, the remote control is, oh, my hands today, bigger than this, okay? I get the wellies out of this cupboard, which is where we used to keep all the shoes, okay? That's my scruffy, messy cupboard. So I get the wellies out. It's first thing in the morning. I am taking Kenzie to preschool. Okay, so here's the front door. Here's the doormat. Lee is sitting down here, getting Brendan's school shoes on him. And no, he's not. That's a lie. He's getting Kenzie ready. He's getting his socks on him. I am stood here, getting Brendan's school shoes on. Brendan is going this way up the road to school. Now, I told you we live very close to the school. Kenzie was going this way over to the village hall to go to his preschool. And I placed the welly boots just there. I just put the welly boots there. Okay, let me go get the welly boots, just to give you a proper example. Okay, so you get an idea. Welly boots. Okay, I've pulled them out of this cupboard. This cupboard here. I've put them down here. Now bear in mind, it's the end of summer. It's September time, so I'm thinking could have been spiders. So I'm shaking the wellies out. I'm doing this. Both wellies, being brave, putting my hand in, checking there's nothing in, because we don't want him to have a spider in his welly boot. And I leave those just like that. Come on, Brendan, get your stuff on, love. Let's get your bag together. Off we go out the door. Lee picks up the welly boots over here. Kenzie's sitting on the step, and Kenzie starts to put the welly boots on, and I go out the door and I go off up the road to school. Okay, now I am walking down the road. Okay, it's a wet day, so I don't hang around. I drop him off, he goes straight into class, I come straight back down this road. And as I get to probably just about there, just past the window there, Lee's come out this door, and I can see him just about to cross over the road of this main road, over there going to the village hall. Okay, so he has literally left this door, and I'm just coming down. Okay, when I walk in the front door, the welly boots have obviously gone because they're on Kenzie's feet, and I open the door to the remote control that we lost, sat right there on the mat. Okay, and I'm thinking, oh, they found the remote control. Not sure why they've left it on the mat. They found the remote control. So Lee comes in, and by this point I've picked up this remote control, and I'm saying to him, found the remote control then? And he's going, no, I haven't found the remote control. So I show it to him. Here it is. I take it out of this basket. Look, here it is. Where was that, he says. So I said, on the doormat, over there. You stepped over it. No, it wasn't there. Well, it was there. I saw you going up the road, and this was just there when I opened the door over the top of it. No. It wasn't there. Now, if it had been in the welly boots, I would have seen it because I checked the wellies for spiders. He was putting the shoes on Kenzie, the boots on Kenzie. He would have seen it. He had to step over it with Kenzie. The two of them had to step over it to come out the front door. And there was nobody else out there in the street between him going that way and being on the other side of the road and me coming down the hill. So, how did the remote control end up there? In the space of 30 seconds between him leaving and me getting back. How did it end up right there? And we have, to this day, never been able to answer that question. And that was the first real time that we found strange things happening, and it was always something going missing and then appearing in the most obvious random place in the house, like on the dining table, in the middle of the bed, places there is no way you could have missed or ignored because you would have had to move it to be able to get into bed that night, or to eat your dinner you'd have had to move it to use the table. So that is our ghost story, one of our ghost stories. Never feels bad here, always feels lovely, never feels unwelcoming, but there's something playful. And these houses are only, let me think, it was 9 when we moved in, we've been here 14 years. So they're about 23 years old, these houses. So it's probably got something more to do with the land that these houses are built on. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you think as to how the remote control ended up there on that mat several weeks after we lost it, and how neither myself nor Lee managed to see it. Well, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. So yeah, I'd be interested in your rational answers, please. I hope you like my ghost story.